Hi, good morning, students. Yesterday we have gone through the topic what are linear momentum, conservation of total linear momentum, and today we are going to discuss a new topic which is called impulse. What is mean by impulse? What is mean by impulsive force? You see, you have noticed sometimes, I will tell one good example. We have noticed that the accidents which is happening around us. Sometimes we can see a motorbike person with a motorbike met with an accident in a big bus or lorry or something. During this accident, this bike is very small when we compare to what a big vehicle like bus or lorry or something. Even that when this motorbike hit the big vehicle, which is bus or lorry, you can see that the front side in front of the big vehicle also it will get a large damage where the bike hit on this vehicle. This is what we have noticed in some of the accident which is happening around us. Why this is happening? The bike, when we compare this bike and a big vehicle, this bike weight is very much larger than the big vehicle weight. Even then, the big vehicle get damaged. The front side of the big vehicle getting damaged due to this bike accident. Why this is happening? Why this is happening? This is what we are saying. Their own force is acting. That force we are saying impulsive force. I will show you the examples, calculation. With calculation I will show you. Assume that your bike mass is some 200 kg. Just assumption, your bike mass is 200 kg. He is moving with the speed of 100 or acceleration of 100 meter per second square. So this is on just a simple calculation. So if we are calculating the force which is producing from this motorbike, a 200 kilogram of motorbike which is moving the acceleration of 100 meter per second square. If we are calculating the force, we will get the 200 into 100, that much 20,000 Newton. So, you see 20,000 Newton force is acting on that big vehicle. This is the reason why when a small bike, a motorbike hit on these big vehicles, that big vehicle is getting damaging. This is the reason. This much large force. This force is, we are saying, impulsive force. So within very short time, accident and all, within very short time it is happening. 1 second, distraction is the reason for the accident. Just when they drive the bike or the vehicle, 1 second when they turn somewhere, this accident happening. Very short seconds of time, this is happening. That is what? The reason, you see, big impact happening there. I told you, a small bike hitting on a big bus, there, large impact happening. It is due to the large force, the large impulsive force we can say. The large force which is acting on an object within a short interval of time. This is what we are saying, impulse or impulsive force. You can see in page number 133. if a very large force act on the object within very short interval of time. This is what I said. A bike of 200 kg mass which is moving 100 meter per second square acceleration, which is hitting on a heavy bus or heavy vehicle, it produces, you see how much impulsive force? Within very short interval of time, 20,000 Newton of force which is producing. It is the reason why the bus got damaged. This is what we are saying, impulsive force. This force we are saying what force? Impulsive force or impulse we are saying. So, this we can prove by using Newton's second law. You know F is equal to dP/b. There is a small equation dP by dt. From this Newton's second law, from this F is equal to dP by dt. Now F into dt is equal to dP. You can write just cross multiplication. From rearrange and write, so dP equal to F dt you can write. Now integrate this equation over time. So dP means what? Momentum. From initial momentum to final momentum. Time F dt. Initial time Ti Tf. So I means what? Initial, F means final, Ti means initial time, Tf means initial final time. So dP means what? Change in momentum, not change in momentum. Now integrate this. When we integrate, what will happen? dP integration is what? P. dP integration is P. Limit I F equal to this. Now don't integrate now. F dt Ti Tf. Now apply the limit. Upper limit minus Pf minus Pi equal to integration Ti Tf F dt. Now what is this Pf minus Pi? Pf minus Pi is the change in momentum. Delta P equal to what? Pf minus Pi. It is the change in momentum over the time. Tf minus Ti. This is what we can tell delta T, change in time. For some change in timing, change in momentum. That is what? For this much change in timing, this much momentum change. That is what this equation shows. So we can write this equation. Pf minus Pi means what? Delta P. So delta P equal to what? F dt over Ti. So this is what equation. Delta P is equal to F into T. Now this you have to, what is this? F dt means integral F dt is what? J. J means the symbol for impulse. So this integral F dt is called what? Impulse. So we can write this equation after integration. But you can write down, integrate this now. So what will happen? F is constant, dt you have to integrate with limit Ti Tf. So delta P is equal to F T initial time, final time. So delta P is equal to F. Apply the limit, upper limit Tf minus lower limit Ti. So we can write delta P is equal to Tf into Tf minus Ti. So delta P is equal to F delta T. Delta T means what? Tf minus Ta. This is what? Change in time. Delta T means change in time. Tf minus final time to initial time to final time. Change in time. So this F dt delta T is what? J impulse. So delta P is equal to J we can write. Delta P is equal to J, or you can write what? F delta T is equal to J. This is what we are using the equation for impulse, and the impulse is a vector quantity. Unit we are using is Newton second. Unit we are using is Newton second. So listen again. We are finding the impulsive force by using the change in momentum. Newton's second law, momentum formula, F is equal to dp by dt. From this dt you take another side. So F dt is equal to what? dp. Now dp is equal to what? Rearrange and write dp is equal to F dt. Now what? Integrate over time. This is initial momentum, final momentum. Initial time, final time. When we integrate, what we will get? Pa minus Pf minus Pa. Pf minus Pa means it is the change in momentum delta P. Delta P, change in momentum over a time, Tf minus Ta. So change in time, delta T. Now integrate this. This is called what? Impulse. J. J means impulse or impulsive force. Just integrate that. So F into dt, F is a constant, the time is changing. So keep F as constant and integrate this dt. So what will happen? What will come? This T. dt integration is T. Then apply the limit, upper limit minus lower limit. So Tf minus Ta. What is this? Tf minus Ta is what? Delta T. And what you can write is this F delta T means what? F delta T means integration F dt is J. That is equal to what? F delta T is equal to J. J means what? Impulse. Now in page number, this is on important question, 3-mark question. Up to here 3 mark. Now with example 5 mark, there are some example. You know, we all have the practice by playing what? Catching the ball. In cricket also, cricket and all, when we are playing the cricket, we have noticed that wicket keeper or the field days, when they catch the ball, they will not hold the ball like this. Isn't it? Anyone catch the ball like this? No, because it is not possible to hold the ball. That is what in Tamil and all we will tease the person. Some word is there, I am not telling. You see, when we catch the ball like this, what will happen? The ball hit here and it will what? Drop. So it is not possible to catch the ball in this position. But you have noticed all the cricketers, all the fielders or the wicket keepers, they move the hand backward like this. When they catch the ball, they have to move their hand backward, because you see, the ball, when within a short, very fast the ball is coming, and within short time we are trying to stop the ball at rest. When we try to stop the ball at rest within a short period of time, what will happen? What will happen? Our hand will get hurt due to the large force, impulsive force. That's what, to avoid hurting the hand, what the cricket players, what hold their hand or take their hand backward when they catch the ball. So always you remember, if you are a cricket player, you should not catch the ball what in this position. When you catch the ball, how you have to catch? You have to move the hand backward and you have to take the ball. Then it will be easy for you to catch the ball. Otherwise, we are trying to stop a heavy object. A heavy object means if we are calculating the force, impulsive force producing is very large. That's what. So what you have to do means, when you are catching the ball, to avoid hurting your hand or to catch the ball, you have to move your hand backward. This is one example, and another one example. It is given in the textbook, page number 134 and 135. The best examples, illustrations are given. First one is example, and the second one is accident. You know, now all the modern car which is fixed with the airbags. So actually, what is the use of airbag? What is the use? When this accident occurs, there is a change in momentum. Momentum is changing drastically. Suddenly, this momentum is changing. So to avoid this change in momentum suddenly, what will happen? There is a large force, you know. Before and all, people used to get their head will hit on the steering or dashboard, so they will get hurt. The people die fast. Now, in all the car, they use these airbags to reduce this impact. To reduce this impact. So, what this airbag is there means it will reduce the force, or it will give more time. It will take some time to hit on. So this large force is getting reduced due to this airbag. That's what people are escaping during this accident if their car have this airbag. The same thing, those who are riding the bike and all, you know, now all the bike shock absorber is there. Shock absorber. We used to say shock absorber. Actually, it is shock absorber. Actually, this is also same as airbag only. It reduces the impact. You see, when we are, assume that you are moving very fast and suddenly you saw a bump on the road. So you didn't get the time to apply the brake. So you are jumping the bump. While you are jumping the bump, if shock absorber is there, it will reduce what? The impact which is happening our backbone. Otherwise what will happen? If there is no shock absorber, our backbone will get hushed. So to reduce that large impulsive force, what they are using? This shock absorber in bikes. So it will not harm the body. To reduce the harming of our body, this shock absorber is used. Also, a simple example, you jump on concrete floor or you jump on sand, which will be more painful. Those who are jumping in the concrete, it will be more pain for us because there is no time, short time there. So large impulsive force is acting. So if you are jumping on a sand, you are getting the time. So you will get some time. So it will reduce our impact. Then based on this, can you catch an egg without breaking it? Can you catch an egg without breaking it? Try it in your home. You can see in page number 134, 133, 134, 135 this impulse, this derivation and examples. Go through this and practice this derivation. It is one of the important derivation 3-mark question previously asked in some of the exam. So practice it in home. See you. Bye bye. Thank you.